now transmit that very warm welcome from RAF Cosford to the pilots on their arrival. So please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team. It's the Red Arrows! Pulls up at over 400 miles per hour and it converts the team from battle formation to our world famous Diamond 9. The aircraft slowed to approximately about 120 miles per hour, reaching a height of over 5,500 to 6,000 feet as Red 1 brings that Diamond 9 down and bends it round to the right. Red 1 this year, once again for his second year as a team leader, is squad leader John Bond, known as Bondy. Bondy's actually done 7 years in the team. He did 5 years in Reds 2 to 9, taking a year out and then becoming Red 1 last year. He's a former Typhoon pilot and he also flew the Tucano as a qualified flying instructor, where he flew the Tucano display aircraft in 2012. Now moved into 9 Arrow. The smoke will come on once again. It's the Red Arrows! On the right-hand side of Red 1 is Red 2, that's Flight Lieutenant Rob Thomas. Rob is in his first year on the team. He was taken from training and made straight into instructor on the Hawk T1 with 2 Weight Squadron at RAF Valley. He then completed his training and moved to the Typhoon Force, where he served on 3 Squadron on operations over Iraq and Syria, as well as an instructor on 29 Squadron, the operational conversion unit, all based at RAF Coningsby. You'll now see those wings, all the even numbers on the right or the odd numbers on the left make rearwards in one of the widest formations that we fly. As the squad formation rolls out, this is the Swan. By ear rather than by eye. This means that the pilots on the outside of the formation are putting their inputs in just a little bit earlier than those on the inside to ensure that the formation moves as one rather than a ripple effect down the wing. You now see Reds 8 and 9 slip behind the rest of the formation to form once again the shape of one of the most iconic aircraft ever to flow in history. From the left, the smoke comes on in the Concorde. On the left-hand side of that centre stem, closest in at the front, is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Andrew McEwen, known as Packer. Packer again is in his first year on the team. He's previously flown the Aviate-B Harrier variant with, on exchange, United States Marine Corps, before then returning back to the UK and flying our newest aircraft, the 5th generation F-35B, with 617, the Dam Busters at RAF Marham. You now see Reds 2 and 3 make their way forwards and the rest of the formation to form a Delta formation. And in celebration of 20 years of the Royal Air Force Typhoon display team, from the right, this is Typhoon! Formation all the way at the far right is Red 4, Squad Leader Chris McCann. An extremely hard position for him to fly because again, we take our formation references from Red 1 and not necessarily the aircraft on the inside of him. He's looking all through that formation, taking that reference as Red 1. Chris McCann is in his second year and the team, once again, he was taken from training and made an instructor on the Tucano before joining the TR for Tornado Force, where he got an AFC for his service on operations over Afghanistan. Coming in from the left to celebrate the Royal Air Force new capability in space and cyber, this is Apollo. There are 11 pilots in the team. You have Reds 1 through 9 displaying in front of you. We are, of course, commanded by Officer Commanding Rafat, Red 11 Wing Commander Adam Collins, former Tornado GR4 pilot. Also flew the Hawk in the Aggressor role with 100 Squadron and an F-111 while on exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force. And Wing Commander Collins is in his final year as Red 11. You now see him split once again with Red 6 and 7 in trail. Royal Air Force Cosford, get your cameras ready for the colourful and noisy Big Vixen. Go. Underneath, towards the back, the air brakes are out. That's a small door sticking out the belly of the aeroplane. In certain manoeuvres, we fly with the air brake out. It makes the pilots fly with a higher throttle setting, thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature. It makes the smoke burn a lot more brightly, and it also creates an air disturbance outside the back of the aeroplane, making that smoke billow a lot more fuller, and therefore in certain manoeuvres we use it to enhance those manoeuvres. You'll now see Reds 6 and 7 sit behind Red 1 in the stem, Reds 8 and 9 in trail as they come around to right for one of the most popular, if not the most popular, the Red Arrows fly. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. It's tornado time!
My turn. And that's roll.
8 and 9, roll goes. Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of formation. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings them down the line. As I said, 11 pilots in the team. We've talked about Red 11. Myself, Red 10. This is my 4th and final year on the team. A former Tornado GR4 pilot, as well as being a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II. But of course, the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have a team of over 140 personnel. Over 120 of them are the engineers, the logisticians, the visual communicators, the administrators, and they are known as the Blues due to the colour of their blue flying coveralls. And of course, there are a number of Blues here today at our public relations tent at the far end of the showground, so please pop along, say hello, find out about their careers in the Royal Air Force Aerobatic team and the wider Royal Air Force. You'll see Reds 8 and 9 have now joined the rest of the formation, and this will be your last opportunity to catch the Red Arrows in our world famous Diamond 9. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the left in the Diamond 9, the Red Arrows.
Left. Holding back.
As we start the second half, it's the more dynamic half of the jaw-dropping formation, and we started with the same formation as last year. It's the 5-4 split. And in the second half, we now operate in 2 distinct sections. Off to the left, you've got Reds 1 through 5, known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And off to the right, Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9, known as Hannah, named after Squadron Leader Ray Hannah, one of the first members of the Red Arrows. He's the first team leader to lead the team for 4 years. He took the team from a 7 to a 9 and formed our world famous Diamond 9. Enid from the left, Hannah from the right for the colourful 5-4 cross. Disappear to our left. Keep your eye on Enid, who come round to the left and stay in show centre. You'll see red 4 coming in from the right to sit behind red 1 and red 5 in trail on Enid. Number 5, roll go, as number 5 rolls around the smoke of Enid in the twister. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Dusty Wales, known as Dusty. Dusty is in his second year on the team, originally from Zimbabwe. He joined the Royal Air Force and through training became a Typhoon pilot. He flew with 11 Squadron, 41 Squadron, the Test and Evaluation Squadron, before becoming an instructor on 29 Squadron, all based at RAF Coningsby. Look directly to your front and you'll see the smoke of Hannah running back in, looking for the red and blue from reds 8 and 9. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah break.
Split.
Red 6 and 8 to our left hand side, red 7 and 9 to our right hand side. Hannah and the synchro pair are led by red 6, the synchro leader, squadron leader Tom Hansford. Tom is in his third and final year on the team, a former Typhoon pilot and qualified weapons instructor on the Typhoon, where he was responsible for teaching all weapon tactics and technical information to the Typhoon force. And Squadron Leader Hansford received a DFC for services on operations over Iraq and Syria. Each pair will now dive down to only 100 feet above the airfield. They have a closing speed of over 800 to 900 miles per hour in the Hannah Pass. Red 6 off to our left, pulling up, now it's up to 6G, making everything about them weigh 6 times heavier. To our right hand side is Red 7, Flight Lieutenant George Hobday. He is in his second year on the team, and once again he was taken from training, made an instructor on the Tucano, before joining the Typhoon Force where he flew with 12 Squadron based at RAF Coningsby. As the synchro pair complete the manoeuvre called the Boomerang. Passing only 30 metres, that's 100 feet, wingtip to wingtip, pulling hard to disappear to our front. Look to your right hand side, you know you're looking for Enid as they come in, the smoke will come on, and they will settle themselves down in an inverted V. Look to your left hand side, you've got Red 9 smoking red as he flies to Enid in the Goose. On the Hawk T-Mark 2. As Enid disappears to our left hand side, look directly to your front, and once again you're looking for the synchro pair led by Red 6. You can just see their nose lights twinkling in the distance as Red 6 pulls up Red 7 in tango formation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. This is the one you do not want to miss. It's the world famous Synchro Heart. And coming in from the top right to speed the heart is Red 8. Red 8 is Flight Lieutenant Richard Walker, an experienced aviator, having flown the Harrier, as well as the Typhoon, as well as being a qualified flying instructor of the Hawk T-Mark 2. Let's give the synchro pair and Red 8 a massive round of applause for wonderful heart over the skies of Royal Air Force Cosford. Keep your eye on Red 6 and Red 7 as they come back towards the display line. Once again, at that only 100 feet, a clone speed of over 900 miles per hour. Each aircraft will perform a barrel roll at that 100 feet before cresting in a second barrel roll in a manoeuvre simply called the double rolls. As the synchro pair disappear to our rear, look to your left hand side. Coming in from the left hand side is Enid, now joined by Reds 8 and 9. As I said, Red 1 has the option to go full, flat or rolling, and he changes that decision through the show depending on the cloud base. And he's staying with the flat and rolling show, coming in from the left with corkscrew. A great opportunity to see our red, white and blue, which soon takes off. Approximately 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red smoke and 1 minute of blue smoke. Those smoke colours are selectable by their own button on the pilot's control column, and through the winter training we come up with a smoke plan so we do not have a mistake or get the wrong colour at the wrong time in the display. Red 7 from the right, Red 6 from the left, barrel rolling back down to 100 feet before crossing in the centre for the circus. Once again, passing over 50 meters, switching colour from white to blue and red. They're pulling hard up to 6G to cross once again at the back of the circle. Note that the red becomes blue, the blue becomes red as they cross back towards the centre of the show display, completing the manoeuvre called circus. Look to your front right 45 and you can see Enid start to pull in the white smoke in trail. And once again our famous red, white and blue comes on as Red 1 performs a barrel roll in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in the serpent. I mentioned earlier about the blues. We are lucky to have 11 individuals who fly the back of our aircraft in between displays when we cannot take the full engineering complement. They are known as circus. One individual with me at every display is Circus 10, that's AS1 Ewan Lewis. And he's out there today filming the display for safety and debriefing purposes. You'll now see Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move up alongside Red 1. Now looking left and right along their shoulder line at Red 1, while maintaining 3 to 4G. The smoke will come on for the tango.
Start.
Enid leaves to our front left. You're looking to the left now for Red 6 and 9, Red 7 and 8 from the right hand side. For one of our new manoeuvres for 2025, Red 6 and 9 now roll inverted, working hard against that negative G in the manoeuvre called chainsaw. Red 6 and 9 inverted for no more than 30 seconds, all the blood rushing to their brains. Fighting hard against that negative G, making that G suit work extremely hard, and then rolling the correct way up with a small amount of positive G to lead the display area to our front. Cast your eyes now to the left hand side. You can see the nose lights coming in from Enid.
Michael. Having 6. 2 and 3. Roll, go.
2 and 3, roll, go. There's 2 and 3, roll to the outside.
Go.
Clear, go. There's red 4, 5, roll to the outside. Go to the harness, after. As Enid leave to our right hand side, look directly to your front. Once again, you're looking for the aircraft of Hannah. Looking for reds 8 and 9, smoking the red and blue, rolling around red 6 for those at show centre. You should be able to see red 6 rolled round by reds 8 and 9. As red 7 hides in the smoke of red 6 in the Tempest. Once again, red 7 and 9 off to our right hand side, red 6 and 8 to our left hand side. The synchro pair once again will pull up to approximately 1,000 to 1,500 feet, turn back towards the display line for their final manoeuvre of the show. Once again, each aircraft down at only 100 feet, that climb speed of over 800 miles per hour. Each aircraft will perform a barrel roll, followed by inverted flight in a manoeuvre called the crossbow. Disappear to our rear, look to your front, you're looking for the nose lights of Enid, now joined by reds 8 and 9. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. Please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team. It's the Red Arrows! Smoke on, he'll gather the rest of the formation and they will make their way back to our home base, Royal Air Force Waddington in Lincolnshire. If you enjoyed our display, please look us up online. We have our own Facebook page and Instagram page, Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team Red Arrows, RAF Red Arrows on Instagram and Facebook. If you'd like any more information about the pilots, follow me, RAF Red 10 on Instagram, and you'll be able to find all the rest of the pilots. As I said, it's been an absolute pleasure and an honour to perform for you today as RAF Cosford. As I said, this is my final year out of the Red Arrows. I want to thank everybody for the support I've given over the last 4 years. I hope to see you all again in the future or in this season. But however, please take care of yourselves and thank you very much. Goodbye!
Muskie, thank you very much indeed to both you and the whole of the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. What a centrepiece for our programme today, but what a lot we've still got, including another national display team.